But I think I'm a huge Bo Nickal fan. I think he's the future. I think he's the biggest prospect we've had in probably 10 years. The only closest one would be Aaron Pico. We signed with Bellator, but Bo Nickal is right there. Like, if he's a stock, I'm in. And when I watch him, he only has, what, 2 fights, 3 fights?
2 now.
Yeah, 2 now. And I think they announced his third in September, end of September, right? When I look at Bo Nickal, I'm like, well, he does need the experience, because once you get to the UFC is not a place where you want to pick up experience, because you're going to get thrown to the freaking Wolverines, trust me. So for Bo Nickal, and Contender Series is such a big thing, I don't get why, and hear me out here, you know the ins and outs of Contender Series. Why not make Bo Nickal like the champion of Contender Series? Because it is a feeder league. He's the champion of that league. Then just have him get experience in there and then graduate him to the big leagues.
You know, I think
Dana's all shut up.
Yeah. I think he's ready, to be honest with you. I think that they knew what they were doing. Putting him on that show, because that show allows you to have a little bit of jet fuel when you come into the UFC. You're fighting in front of Dana. You have that clip of Dana talking about you when he gives you the contract. Obviously, the fight has to speak for itself, and it certainly did.
Yeah.
I want to see him challenged in week 9, at least to the extent that he can be. They're not going to feed him to a wolf, but like, I want to see him go past what? How many
past
seconds?
The first round?
Past the first round.
Past 2 minutes?
Past 2 minutes, something. Like,
I don't know if you're going to get that at that level of Contender Series unless it's like a vet, you know?
Do you, see, here I am turning into the interview.
Bring it.
Do you,
love it.
because I made this argument, I think it was on the weigh-in show, I think he could compete at least at the beginnings of the top 15
100%.
in the middleweight division today.
100%. Now,
that's why he doesn't need to be champion of the Contender Series.
I disagree, because can he compete in the top 15? Absolutely. Would probably beat, a good amount of them. I'm not gonna call names. Would probably beat a good amount of them. But my goal for Bo Nickal is to be world champion.
Yeah.
He's not ready to be world champion. That ain't happening.
No.
So in order for him to get that experience, he needs to work on his striking. Doing Contender Series.
Yeah.
Don't do in the UFC. So I think, again, he beats a lot of those top guys right now, but I would ask Bo and his team, like, well, what's the goal?
Yeah.
If the goal, I don't know if money's an issue. If money's an issue, let's get to the UFC, get your sponsors, do all that stuff. But if your goal, because the UFC is a marathon, not a sprint. We can do a 100%. Sprint, and you're going to be a flash in the pan in and out, then you're teaching kids wrestling.
Yeah.
But if your goal is to become the straight-up world champion multiple times, let's hold out.